Yay!
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, our guests, welcome. It's great that you joined us today. And I'm going to talk about membership. I am the membership 5 to 7 years I've been doing this. It seems like
Nice.
I love this position because you get, when I first started doing this, we would have a call. It was pre-technology in 1948, and we had people at the phone book, and you would call Toastmasters, would go into a central office, and then each club would get a list. And I love to do that because it was great therapy for me for stuttering, to get out and practice my tools, techniques, and calling people like this. In fact, one person I was not really wanting to come to Toastmasters, and I said, well look, you want to come to Toastmasters? Will you come, or do you want me to keep calling you? No, that person came and joined, and in fact, Richard Bowling is very representing.
Threats of violence.
Threats. And the threats, yeah.
Seriously, it is, now it's Meetup and technology, and because of Meetup, you ladies are here today. It's great, and what we want to grow the club and keep members in. But you know, the founder of Toastmasters, Ralph Smedley, the speech teacher back in the 30s, said that, you know, you can learn pretty much what you're going to learn in 18 months. How to give a speech, how to be at ease, how not to be afraid. But if you stay longer than that, then you're going to be amazed at what you garner from Toastmasters. It's not just learning in these manuals. It's not just extemporaneous speaking, which is going to be happening after I'm through. Actually, this is extemporaneous. But where you speak on your feet and it transfers because you are more able to not hold back in your life and the various activities that you're in. It's not just about that, but it's a place to come to work on things. Last week, Jim Garner talked about, he wrote it up there in the board, laboratory. And I had never thought of the word of laboratory as laboratory, place where you come and you work on things. And you see, this is Toastmasters is a great place to work things out. Now, for instance, there's a great psychotherapist named Yalom who wrote a book called Group Therapy and other things. And he talks about various stages that groups go through. Any kind of a group, like a psychotherapy group, Toastmasters group, a Cub Scout group, whatever, PTA group. They go through stages, and one is kind of figuring out who, you know, like a pecking order thing. And you will eventually get to conflict. There's always conflict. It doesn't matter what it is. And he says the way that you deal with the conflict sets you up to being able to deal with succeeding conflicts. If you deal with conflict in a productive way, in a positive way, and you can deal with emotions, and you may feel a little heated or whatever's going on, but if you deal with it in a civil way, then you can march to the next stage, which is cohesion, a cohesive group. Now, just because a group is cohesive, it doesn't mean that there's not going to be conflict. There's going to be conflict, but because you survive the first conflict, you're going to be able to deal with the conflicts. Now, most people are conflict aversion. And as a matter of fact, most people are speech aversion. You know what's interesting? That public speaking is the #1 phobia for normal people. That's why I never had a phobia. So there's things that you can learn is that you get over the fear of speaking, and you learn how to interact with people, because if you stick around long enough, there may be some people that you kind of rub the wrong way, and you learn how to deal with that. It's really terrific. Now, what is great about that is that unless the person is really systematically abrasive and insults everybody, and there is a mechanism, by the way, to get that person out out of the club. Because what we do in Toastmasters is that you have to be voted in. And so because you are voted in, you can be voted out. And so, but that's really extreme.
I'd say, yeah.
It's
It's
really
not hard to
extreme.
get in.
And so any nominations? And so what you learn is in this laboratory, where people keep coming back, is how to deal with someone like that. And that is really terrific. So what we want to do is we get members, we like them to stay, because you're really going to learn a lot. And there's no other place that you can learn this stuff and come back, and where it doesn't really matter at all what happens here. It's a great place to practice, and it's a great place to fail. But it doesn't really matter, but then actually, because you don't live in this room and you live outside the room, it matters a lot. And